There are people that demons, spirits come to molest, and they will show you all the signs. Some of them are even captured on camera. You don't see anybody, but you see physical things happening, and you are wondering, how is this possible? It's not something you want to come into church and start trying to explain with doctrine. You will waste your time. There are many things that are difficult to capture doctrinally, but don't argue their manifestation. Somebody tells you that for the past 1 year, she's been molested by spirits and she can feel it. Don't come and say it's not in the Bible. You are joking. I will show you today many things that theologians have not been able to explain from the Bible. I will show you. Number one, the witch of Endor being able to summon Prophet Samuel, and Samuel came to give a prophetic word about the death of Saul that happened the next day. Went into the gates of the underworld and brought a prophet, a holy man of God, and the holy man showed up and told Saul what will happen the next day, and it happened. These are things that have been debated. That's not all. The origin of demons, where do they come from? You can't explain it, but you can't deny their manifestation. There are arguments that say demons are disembodied beings because they are the sons of the Nephilims, and that when the first world was destroyed, they were purged. And because they were offsprings of spirits, and because God did not have a provision for them, there was nowhere they could go. So when their bodies were destroyed, they began to look for bodies to possess. Because they were created, they were born with bodies. That's when angels had intimacy with daughters of men. They gave birth to giants. When God purged the world in the days of Noah, those giants were destroyed. But their spirits had nowhere to go, because God didn't have them in his plan. So they started floating about as demons, and they are the ones who possess men. That's one argument. And there are many other arguments, and theologians keep debating and debating, because the manifestation is real, but there's no accurate explanation or doctrine. Take for example, the ascension of Enoch and Elijah to heaven. Flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom. How did they go to heaven? And there was no testimony of transfiguration. They were carried like that, bodily to heaven. And the Bible said Elijah will come again. From where? Where was he taken to? How about Paul being taken to the third heaven? Even Paul said, I don't know whether I was in the body or out of the body. How about the sons of God and the daughters of men? Some claim that the sons of God and the daughters of men are the children born by the intimacy between angels and humans. Others say they are the children born from the intimacy between the sons of Seth and the other descendants of men that were in sin. That deliberation has been there for aeon. No absolute position. How about the man of lawlessness that Paul spoke about at the end of time? Is he a spirit or a man? I'm trying to explain this so that when you are in battle, don't limit yourself and say, I know a lot of people who say this thing cannot happen, it's not in doctrine, this thing cannot happen. I don't preach extra biblical practices. I don't do that. But I can tell you that there are manifestations that you cannot explain with doctrine, that people are going through that you can't deny.